Wow.
Wow, this is some really deep stuff.
I don't know what just happened, but something happened inside of me. Something snapped, something.
I wasn't expecting that either.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's all right. It's beautiful.
Monster is like really small, but it had to become that to stop me.
And then the hurt child became present when you mentioned it.
And I didn't realize this until now.
There were things that I didn't remember until now.
Funny, I haven't seen that before.
And it feels like I'm the monster. I'm kind of seeing images of things, of a world where they can exist. This clarity brings all kinds of answers.
It's clear. She hugged me and then went back to her place, I guess, in my heart. Oh, it wants to come out. It wants to bippity boppity boop Cinderella me. She's melted into my chest. It's ooey gooey.
All week been finishing things, cleaning up more, started eating vegetables again last week. And it kind of just started happening. It's almost like I just finished going through a meditation session.
I feel light, when you hit that first joint, in the morning, and
I actually feel a lot more awake.
So we'll start by asking you to think about a part of yourself that you'd like to get to know better, or any issue you'd like to explore.
Okay. I'm feeling a sensation. I'm gonna just go into that a little bit more to see what it is. Okay, so I'm going to kind of list a few different things to feel into, so I can identify or hear better what the priority part is today.
Great.
Feeling something in my sternum and a little below the sternum. And it feels a little bit like a quivery breath. And almost like how your breath might quiver after crying. And there's a sensation of oh boy, oh no, or a nervous of something's about to come to the door, or okay, so there's that sensation.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay. Okay, so maybe I'll keep going into that. It feels like that's the direction to go right now. So
it's up to you. And we don't have to go to any depth that you don't want to go. So, there's always future conversations too, if you want to.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, definitely experience it. It feels like experiences around breathing. And okay, so a little bit of, and mostly below the sternum, the solar plexus area. Nervous. And oh no, something is about to happen, or something is about to come through, or and just keep feeling into it until I can hear it a little more clearly. There's a little shaking. Yeah, some crying or near crying. Oh no, oh no, oh no feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, crying.
Sounds like a rather vulnerable part.
Yeah, I can almost I can almost connect to it. Yeah, okay, here it's coming. Oh no.
So I have a question about if you're having other parts come up that don't want you to make contact with that part. And if you can identify any of those, if they're around.
So far I've felt them a little bit kind of fluttery around to my sides, and I feel like they're pretty well and able to hear and identify them pretty quickly, in that they are willing to kind of allow, so long. It's cool to feel them like very on point, or like on the edge of like watching and like ready to swoop in if they feel needed. But I feel like they're generally standing to my side and observing.
Yeah.
So there's this.
Would it make sense to just ask them, just to check and ask and listen for the answers from them about how they feel about you working with this other part?
Yeah, let's see. Yeah. So if does anyone have concerns? And someone did start crying, and let me hear them. They said, "Oh, it's awful. Oh, it's awful."
Yeah.
They're just, kind of holding their head and crying. Oh, it's awful.
Okay. In IFS, we almost always contact what's known as the protectors before we get to exiles. And so, especially with this being our first call, I'm just really looking out for protector parts and making sure that they're being honored and we're listening to them, because if there's an experience of awfulness, and you push yourself to dive into it, there can be blowback for that. Sometimes, some people, sometimes some parts. So
yeah, I agree. I want to respect everyone. Okay. So I could see that concerned part standing there, and I could see the visual of the energy kind of in front of me. And Um, and the distance between energy in front of me was coming and going. And I feel like if I can hear it a little better, then that would help me understand what emotions and also what protectors are part of it.
Yeah, and when you say the concern part, is that the energy in front of you, or is that?
No, that was another gal over there.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just want to acknowledge her and hold space for her for a minute. Just really here.
Do you mind if I ask one of my IFS checklist questions?
Sure.
Okay. How do you feel towards that concern part?
I care about her, and I feel compassion.
You have good rapport with her.
Yeah. And I saw her express herself, but I haven't seen her look at me yet or see me yet. So I want to let her know that I heard her. I think she wants me to feel it a little bit to understand her. So I'm just going to do that for a minute.
Great.
Okay. Okay. So after I felt her a little bit, she feels a bit acknowledged by me. I'll ask her if there's anything else she would like me to know about what she's concerned about.
Yeah, absolutely.
How she keeps the exile energy isn't kind of in front of me, and it's kind of down at like the bottom of a very large, maybe spiral staircase or just an opening that goes down several floors in a building. Like it's below, and she's almost like swooned with her like on the edge of the banister or the railing and her arm pointed down, and she just keeps pointing down and is crying and says it's just really awful.
The concern part is saying that?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's stay with that, if that's all right with you.
Yeah, so I just want to understand.
How are you how are you being with this part? Is it aware of you? Are you close to it?
Oh, I could move closer. Okay, yeah, I'm just watching her to understand her.
Is she aware of your presence?
Almost. Oh. Okay, one sec. Okay. So I was trying to get close enough to kind of walk right next to her to look at her. She wasn't seeing me though, but she did see someone else next to her, and she told them about it, and she was pointing down and kind of languishing and telling them, "Oh, just look down there. It's so awful." And then after she was heard by someone next to her, then she was willing to look up and make eye contact with me, and told me as well. And I was able to let her know, and kind of like a bystander of something very sad or scary happening, very sad and really wanting someone to help whatever is down there.
Yeah.
And I told her that I can help and that I want to help, kind of like that I'm the first responder or the paramedic, and that helped. And her she understood that and took that in a little bit, and is still kind of almost like biting nails of like, oh, I hope so. I hope someone can help.
Yeah, show her some appreciation for her concern and her directing you. Right? She's being a good lookout.
Yeah, I can really feel how much she really wants it to be able to be helped.
Yeah. And she's been doing that for a long time, right?
Yeah, she's so sad about it. So sad, and really, really wishes someone could help.
Yeah, so just let her know that you see that. That you see that, and that you're really feeling that. That you totally feel that sensation that she's feeling loud and clear.
Yeah.
And that you appreciate it.
Yeah, she's really appreciative that I can feel and comprehend how she feels.
Yeah.
Okay. Just gonna stay with her for a minute until she feels
great.
See if there's anything else she wants me to know about her. Yeah, she's scared. And seems maybe a little frozen. I'm not sure why she's up here. And yeah, she just really wants help to be able to go help whatever she can see. And for some reason, she is not able to help. And so that's interesting to feel that she's kind of just looking around and wanting and helping, and maybe even, and kind of notifying others of like, look, are you guys seeing that? Look down there. Did you guys know?
Yeah. We're just going to give her the attention though right now, I think. If that's all right.
Just watching her and how she feels.
And how are you being with her now?
I'm over next to her, so I can kind of see through her eyes and see what her experience is of this space. She is feeling more hopeful, like she's feeling relief, more relief than before, and is still has her awareness, and is like very aware and keeping tabs on what is below. But she is feeling more relief now.
Yeah.
And she keeps kind of looking to me or to like the people next to her, and her eyes are still like sad and like aware of the seriousness of whatever she sees down there and knows is down there. Yeah, she is just focused on this. She's not distracted, or she's not noticing or like paying attention to or engaging in other activities. She's that's so sweet. Kind of like if you witness a crime or if you witness something, then staying, like if you see a car accident or something, then pulling over so that you can give your report, or you can support and watch and make until it's all resolved. And so she saw what it was, and she's going to stay and keep her eyes on it and stay aware of it until it's resolved, whatever happened down there. That's really sweet.
It is sweet.
Yeah, and she kind of feels like, and maybe maybe a little bit older, and so maybe she doesn't feel like she has, like that she can do much more, but she can do this much, that she can stay and be a witness and try to flag down help and try to draw attention so that whoever can go down and help in different ways. Oh, that is really sweet of her.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate your commitment to that, and that you've been doing that.
Right.
I appreciate that you would want to get help for what's down there, and that you feel so much compassion and care so much that you would stay here and keep your eyes on it and try to flag people down.
Do what she can do.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to see how she's feeling now. Feels like there might be a little something more to understand before readiness to go to the next step. So I'm just going to see if I can sense what that is. Maybe I'll tell her about myself. Okay, yeah, I'll let her know that the true self is full of love and ability.
Just show her that. Just show her that love. Just give it to her.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. And one question that you might ask is, if you could heal or save or tend to that part that's at the bottom of the stairwell, what would this part like to do inside of you? How would she rather use her energy if she didn't have to do this job?
Her head went up, kind of bolted up, straight up, looking straight ahead, and like surprised at like even the thought of like, what? Like had not even considered, and watching to see if she knows. I sense a big relief at the thought of at that question in my body. I'm feeling a big relief of like, oh wow, she would enjoy that, enjoy the relief of a different job. So far, she's just thinking, I don't know if she knows what else, what else she could be experiencing if I was able to help heal this. So I'm just going to let her think on it. She did like the idea and the hope that, or the perspective that this could be healed. she's interestingly, she seems kind of nonverbal, even though she's like a middle-aged woman. She just does a lot of like eye contact and like motioning or miming. Oh, maybe that's what I need to understand about her. Okay. Okay, so I'm just showing her, I'm just giving her my love. Interestingly, so I gave her a hug, and I was much taller. Oh, and I'll just keep giving her a hug for a bit longer.
Beautiful. You might try asking her how old she thinks you are.
I think she said 16. That's interesting. I've never asked a part how old they think I am, the self.
Yeah. So go ahead and update her on your real age and just see how she reacts to that.
Oh, okay. She did a surprise face again. Yeah. All right. I'm also letting her know some other things. Okay, so I let her know that I'm the true self and I'm here to help. And she received that, and it felt good to her. And her energy almost shifted a bit, almost to excitement. Like now she's excited to see what's going to happen when I go down. And I started walking down, and she like had like a concerned moment again. I was like, oh wait, are you sure?
Yeah.
Or like, that's very understandable, where she's been having this other experience for so long. So she's like felt a lot of relief and like hope and like even and happiness, and is excited and is like making even like oh boy, am I excited about this? Like, oh boy, am I happy about this space.
What would you think about just staying with her and just talking more about that with her?
Okay.
Again, kind of what would she like to be doing instead? And what does she need from you in the future? Before you go anywhere, just how can you what can you do for her in the future?
Interesting. She has almost like an emphatic way of expressing herself, almost like a mime, or like clown, like a comedic character of a black and white movie almost. She says she would like to get a voice. She would like to have a voice.
Yeah. See if you can just go into that with her. What would that look like? How would she use it? Have some fun with it.
There's a black cat. Okay, sure, you can have a black cat. You can have a voice. Huh. Okay, I'm just gonna hear her voice a little bit. Okay, how is that? So, what else?
Yeah, what else does she need from you?
Oh, she's also got an orange striped cat. Okay. Okay, how are you feeling now? Is this all her? Or is someone else? I saw people wearing like a or a cat costume, like going as if they're going to go to a Halloween party or something, like a bunny costume. Okay.
Can you see how old this part is?
Hmm. At the moment, I kind of can't see her. After she wanted a voice and I gave her a voice. And then her energy kind of started changing a little bit. She was using her voice. And she was using it to speak, and then also like her voice came out the way similar to how she'd been talking before, and then also younger and smoother, of maybe 30 or 40 years old, maybe 30 something year old. And I started getting visuals of different kind of characters, like kind of more of like the mime character, and then also like a leading lady character. I had like one image come to mind. I'm not quite sure how to describe it. And then she added the orange tabby cat, and then I'm kind of just seeing these different images. Oh, that's interesting. And they're almost like she's like behind them, like I was seeing the images. So I'm not sure what to do with that. Maybe she's projecting them, if she is exploring her voice and like wants to evolve it or experience different type, like ways of communicating it. So I guess I'll just hold space for that, see if there's any more types of voice. Oh, there's like a dragon, kind of like a cartoony dragon. Okay. So just hold space for anything else, any other type of voice you'd like to experience. You can experience whatever you'd like, whatever serves you.
Right.
Okay, now like a squirrel. Okay. You can experience whatever serves you. Huh.
Yeah.
Kind of like a possum or something similar.
Sounds like she's an animal lover.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder if she's testing me. No, okay. To see like if it really is safe, like she really can experience and like focus wherever she wants. Yeah.
Yeah, well, and maybe try asking, like in the future when she wants to communicate with you, like how would she like to do that? What would work for her to, stay in contact with you?
Is this all her? Is this all her? Yeah, okay. When you asked that, then she showed me the image of almost like an emperor. Okay. All right, cool. Tell me more about that. That's interesting. So it's actually a Christmas ornament that I'd seen before of an emperor that was a puppet. Okay. She seems maybe she's very theatrical. So let me ask again, see if I can get more understanding. How would you like to communicate with me in the future? I wonder if she does my images. Sometimes I get a lot of with pictures.
Sounds very creative.
Yeah. So she likes pictures. Okay. There might be kind of like one picture. Okay, let me listen. How would you like to communicate with me in the future? Oh, the squirrel thing? No.
Yeah, how would she like you to check in with her, maybe?
Oh, that's another way you could ask it. Yeah. Okay, let me get back. My mind started brainstorming.
It's okay. It's a good place to be with a part.
Okay. I would like to stay connected with you and have open dialogue, open connection, communication, stay connected and hear what you have to say. Yeah, that's kind of alludes getting into words. But one thing that came through is I could come connect with her at this spot by this banister, and she at the moment is expressing a lot through creative ways and like visuals and images. Cool. So we definitely can connect that way.
Yeah.
Now she was doing images of, like, it was Beauty and the Beast, and okay.
I've just been very curious when you said that she had looked to the side to another part, if she knows who that part is, or if she has any insight on that, or if that matters. I don't know.
I didn't know she was, so it kind of almost looks like a mall, like the upper floor, and then there's along the walkways of the upper floor, you can see down to the lower floor. And so she was kind of just looking to, like, anyone who was also at the mall, who she could, like, tell, like, who would come or was walking by or whatnot. So I don't get that is necessarily a part that she knows that was the scene, is that she was, that's how she is or was. She was trying to talk to anyone nearby her about what she was trying to draw attention to.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me see. Can I see you again? Can you come stand by me? So interesting. So that her, yeah. So now she's the clock from Beauty and the Beast. Okay. Sure.
It sounds like she has a lot to show you and share with you, and a lot to express.
Yeah.
And I would caution against being quick to move on to any other part. I would suggest continuing to get to know this part and letting her know that your relationship with her is just as important as your relationship with any other part.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm letting her know that. Cool. Is there anyone else involved? This is all her. Oh, yeah. She's doing lots of images. She danced around a little bit and then showed some other images. Mrs. Pot from Beauty and the Beast. Okay. Oh, and then there's now a different woman in a long dress. Okay.
And what would you think about you staying with that part and doing any other work with any other part at another time?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Well, what's next? Is there a way you'd like to conclude with me? I mean, it sounds like you're in the right place and getting amazing connection with this part.
I'm kind of curious to try something. When you've said a question, she brought a clear image as an answer. And sometimes when I've been asking questions, the images aren't as clear. I'm curious, would you ask what emotion she's feeling out loud so that I can see if that spurs an image?
You're asking me to ask what emotion is she feeling?
Okay. It didn't work. I wanted to try though, because it did before.
I mean, I would just suggest that you stay with her, get close to her, stay close to her, and, you know, you can see more emotion in her than she'll be able to just tell you.
Yeah. I'm asked how we conclude. All right, so I'm going to stay with her here for probably another 10 or 20 minutes.
It's awesome.
But yeah, we can conclude and wrap up.
Great.
Thank you very much for the space.
Thank you. You're good at this. It can kind of, the way you're able to just lead yourself is great.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I do enjoy it. I love it.
Awesome. Well, do you have any other questions for me?
No, not right now.
Okay. Well, I'll be in touch, and hopefully we can set up another conversation if you like.
Yes, I would like that. We'll be definitely will be in touch soon.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Parts.
Thank you.
And it was really nice talking with you.
Thank you. You as well, James. Thank you so much.
Have a beautiful day.
You too.
Okay. Bye.
Do you want to help bring more self-energy to the world? If you'd like to participate in calls or help out with this project in any way, I'd love to hear your ideas. Join the Discord server or contact me at james@liveifs.com. A huge thanks to our audio engineer, Zikri, for your care and diligence in editing the calls. To every caller for your courage in sharing some of your parts. And to anyone out there getting to know their internal system, keep going. Who knows, that might be the most selfless, helpful thing you can do for others, and you're the only one who can do it. If you'd like to see us reach the largest audience, we must please the almighty suggestion algorithms at iTunes and YouTube, and they don't care about the power of IFS. They're looking for likes and shares and comments, and the sooner the better. Follow the links in the show notes right here in your podcast player to make your wishes known. And now, a minute of meditation. Or if you prefer, pull over. You can do it in 60 seconds. Just click one of those links. They're right there, and give us a like or a 5-star rating. It would really help. If you think this project is helping people, you're helping people by sharing it. Thank you.